Hey guys, it's Mike with Sleepy Sheep Props, and I'm just going to show you how to really quick fluff these up and put them and use them in a basket. We are here in my little studio, and I'll show you with a basket and like a bear or something, just to kind of give you an idea. So when you get yours, which you've probably already opened them, you'll get them and they'll kind of be squished in this little bag. They'll come up and it's kind of small and kind of clumpy. Some of them look like that, others look like this. It really depends on the type of wool that you got, or the color rather that you got. Some of them are a little bit more like together than others, but this one, let's just use this one as an example because that was brought up in the thread. So this one, what I do is I'll get it all together and kind of pull it apart a little. Just pull it apart, get it all nice and fluffy, pill it up. And there, it's like nice and fluffed up. Now you're not going to use this outside of a basket. You might, you could put it on like a rug or something like that and lay baby on top of it. And once you do that, let me grab a bear. Yeah, sorry about the mess. I just had a studio or a session, so let's just use this one for instance. This is going to be our little model. So with our little model here, we'll get her, in this case, in this thing, and just kind of tuck it all in. After that, if you're not using a basket, and that is pretty much what you're going to take a picture of. If you had like a rug that is similar color to this underneath, and this on top, maybe a wrap that's sort of dangling off this way, that would make a really nice picture. The same thing with this. This is just a white one. The white is really fluffy naturally. It's not dyed, so it didn't lose any of its fluff. These are actually the same weight, but the white, just because it hasn't been dyed, is a little bit more fluffy and bouncy. So let me grab a basket and I'll show you how to do it. Let's just use this guy. Alright, so the way that I do this is this amount of wool won't fill a basket. The pictures that you saw on Facebook all use this amount of wool. So you just have to put like a little pad or a weight or something underneath. If you're using a taller basket, put a weight and then a pillow or a pad. I just use a little pillow. I have a bunch of these like little pillows. I think they're all in the other ones that I got, but let's just use this one. Gonna put it and fluff it in there nicely. Make like a little nest. Put your little model in there. I'm trying not to have it look like a lamb, but so that's about it. I maybe would put something underneath a little bit more to kind of raise it up some more, but pretty much that is that's about what you would do. You just make sure there's nothing in the face here, and even you can use some of the wool to cover some of the parts down below, and things like that. And then the same with the white. So I'll show you the white, the difference in the white. Okay, so I'll show you the white. The white is like the same thing. It's just not as pulled apart as this one, and it's the same. It's basically the same thing. Just a little bit more on the gauzy, sort of fluffy, cottony side of it. And really, that's about it. So fluffing it up isn't really anything that you do to it other than like anything special. I mean, you just use your hands and just kind of fluff it up a little bit like that. You can even take the clumps that you see, like if it's a really compressed clump, you know, pull it apart a little. Try to be careful of these like little wispies. Don't ruin the wispies, the curls or anything that you see, because those really add really nice texture. So I'd do it to the base, like this one. This clump here is a little flat, so just fluff it. And really, you would do this not that often. Do it, you know, every time you use it, it's gonna get compressed a little bit more. So you can just fluff it up a little. It takes like 5 seconds before you put a baby in there. And really, that's about it. Now for cleaning, because this is wool, if wool gets wet, it has, especially fine wool like this, has a really high chance of felting. So what you want to do is, if it gets wet, if a baby pees on it, take the part of it that the pee is on, bring it in, put it in your sink, get it all wet. Don't agitate it. Don't do this or move it around a lot. Just let it soak. Put some Dawn dish soap in there. Just let it soak. Drain your sink. After all the water drains out, you can pick it up and put them in like a lingerie bag or like one of those mesh bags, and throw it in your washer on spin only. If your washer doesn't dump water on it while it's spinning, that's good. You don't want it to dump water on it while it spins. And just spin all the water out, and then you can just leave it out to dry. But while it's wet, don't like agitate it or move it or anything like that. And that's about it for this wool. So if you guys have any questions, just shoot me a message and I will answer anything I can. Thanks.